The 160 scale no-grade Gundam Exia is certainly no perfect grade, and as the name implies, no one was expecting it to be. But this is a model kit, and a Bandai kit nonetheless, so the only criteria that I can judge is how it compares to similar Gunpla kits, both new and old. Okay, that's enough of the formalities, so let's jump right in. The height of the 160 Gundam Exia is somewhere between a foot and a yard and weighs more than a loaf of bread and less than a microwave. But seriously though, this is a big guy. So I've had to abandon my makeshift light box and use its included box as a background for this video. For around 4,000 yen, give or take, this Gundam will tower over the majority of kits, which is a very good thing. Comparing it to a high grade, there is simply no competition. It's not even on like a David to Goliath scale. This is like Nemo to Psycho Gundam or Nemo to Big Zam. Okay, maybe not Nemo to Big Zam. You're getting your money's worth. So yeah, he's a beefy boy, but what quality of beef? Yep, I just said that. Well, his proportions are, well, not the best. Somehow when you supersize the Exia, the elegance of her design is kind of skewed into derpiness. Now don't get me wrong, the Exia is one of my favorite Gundam designs, but looking at this guy, I don't know. There are times his limbs just look a little too Waluigi, and combine that with his rounded switchblade and unintimidating head sculpt, you lose the calm and collected, merciless presence the Exia is known for. But luckily, once you get her into some action poses, the resemblance starts shining through. But with the perfect grade hitting the streets, I can indulge in the thickness 4chan has corrupted me with. And the LEDs are nice too. So whether its proportions make it or break it, are kind of up to you. Like, I'm willing to put up with it, plus it'll make a good companion for the perfect grade when I have the means to actually purchase that beautiful bastard. The build overall is a very simple one. I'd say in terms of complexity, it is dwarfed by most high grades, especially the modern ones. Expect the build to feel somewhere between a 1/144th no grade and a 15-year-old high grade. It's not a difficult kit to assemble, but there is an inherent joy in seeing it all come together, gradually increasing in size and in taking up an uncomfortable amount of room on your desk. Okay, so the details overall look the part. That's weird. Okay, so the details, shh, I hear you talking. I can see you. I can see you. So overall, the details look the part. All the right colors are there, and there are a reasonable amount of grooves and accent lines. The nub placement is somewhat decent. None of them stick smack dab in the middle of a part, and most are placed on the very edge of parts. Now with that said, the darker parts such as the red, blue, and gray do enhance their presence on the kit. The seam lines are actually good for once. Most seam lines are disguised as details in the armor, and the only poor ones are on the GN sword, specifically the front of the gun and the edge of the switchblade. Sadly, the presence of stickers is beyond heavy and honestly a little disappointing. All of the clear pieces on this kit are backed with a round sticker to emulate the operating GN particles in the Exia. I don't know what they're actually called, those little like translucent hub things. Anyway, stickers also appear on the V-fin, back of the head, and as the eyes. Accent stickers are also present on the front skirts, shins, and forearms. On the plus side, Bandai has kept this kit mostly color accurate. I would say we don't get a whole lot of accessories, but the Exia's loadout is so small to begin with, I can't really complain. Specializing in close combat swordplay, the Exia comes with the GN gun that can be switched into a switchblade known as the GN sword. Now, I've not built all the Exia 00 variants, but this weapon seems to be consistently and constantly a sturdy weapon that fits in the hand, and most connect into the forearm. The shield is not too special, it's just a lump of plastic, and it has a plug that just connects into the forearm, just like the GN sword. The GN dagger and the GN blade are two swords that the Exia sometimes brandishes, but mostly are just backups. Lastly, it comes with beam saber effect parts. So head movement, we have side to side, it can go all the way around. Just gotta be really careful with the little antenna there, all the way around. We can go down that far and up that far. Side tilt, that's about all you're gonna get. And then, okay, so these little antenna guys can go up and down. Okay, so moving on just the waist real quick. There's no waist movement at all. No crunch, no side to side. It's literally just completely solid. So moving on to the shoulder joint. This is one of the scariest joints I have on any Gunpla. A normal like high grade, like you would lift this up and then this arm would come up like here. So you could do like, you could come all the way up to there. But this one, I don't know if it's just the way it's built or if I did something wrong. I built this like a year ago. Um, it just it's on this like almost ratcheting kind of joint, and it doesn't help that there's also a pivot here. So it feels like you're gonna completely snap and break something. And the sound it makes is also quite scary. So let me see if I can get that. Ah, there we are. See, so, and then there we are. We got a pretty nice outward there, and it goes back down that far until you have to go re-enter that joint. So it's kind of a weird little thing. I don't know why it's there. Maybe it's to keep them more stiff. But yeah, it can go about that far, and we're gonna go back. There we are. See, it's a terrifying joint. Okay, so moving on to the elbow here. Just a swivel there. It's nothing big. Okay, and then we also get a 90-degree bend there. Exactly 90. Doesn't go any further than that. So, and then at the hands, we have a ball joint. Goes all the way around. And we have a thumb also on a ball joint. And that's just one solid piece right there. And then we have these. We have a two-segmented index finger, so it can go like that, and we also have the remaining fingers also on two segments, so you can go like that and go like that, go like that. And with a hobby knife, it'd be really easy to cut these out. I haven't done it yet, so you could get full articulation there, but overall pretty good. There's also pegs right here in the hands for the GN swords, by the way. This is a very bizarre review already. So moving on to the legs, let's go the back skirt. We got the GN swords, and they go up and down like that. And they are also on a hinge there, so they can do a nice 90 there. They can also go both ways, but they're usually just chilling right back there. Front skirts, we can go about up that far. On both of them, they are out of the box. They're already separated. But it doesn't change much in terms of how high you can lift the front legs. Despite moving the small like front skirts, you can't really move the legs any higher than that. Otherwise, it's just going to come off. So here we have a double jointed knee. Here we have a peg here and a peg here, and that's about as far as you can get. We have the knee section kind of hitting right here, so it can't go any farther than that. So foot articulation, we have this little guy here, nothing much, just up and down. We can go up that far, we can go back that far, and then we got a little bit side to side, not much at all, because it's just a ball joint in there. It does the job. This also goes up and down right there. So yeah, that's about it. You also get a little bit of side to side here, but not much. So if you're thinking about dynamic shots with the arm extended, with the GN, shoot, is this a sword or switchblade? I think it's just called the GN sword. If you're trying to pose with the switchblade, you kind of have to be really creative because, for one, it's actually kind of heavy. The kit can't hold it all that well. If you do a 90-degree there, it becomes a little more easy, and you can go like you can do more stuff like that. But in terms of like trying to recreate some of the stuff from the show, it's gonna be a little bit harder. In conclusion, the 160 Exia scale is a great kit. It has all the essential Exia trademarks and adequate articulation to use its weapons accurate to the show. If the perfect grade is out of budget, which I empathize with you immensely on, this may be a good alternative. Now keep in mind there are master grades in the same price point, so if you are looking for a more interactive build, you may want to check out the master grade Exia, Double O, or XN Riser. In fact, there are plenty of Exia lookalikes you should consider, but if you want something a tad bigger, a little cheaper, and it has to be an Exia, then look no further than here. If you want, you can subscribe to the channel. It will give me some reason to continue making these, I guess. Obligatory self-plug, and thanks for watching. That's what I'm supposed to say. But I'm really just curious how much the numbers go up. That'd be really cool. I'm not making any money. I don't want a perfect grade.
The most Gundams I've ever seen in one place are Mason's room, which there's like 8.
There's a Psycho Gundam.
Nice. There's so much noises going on.
Those are the. Oh, those man, the 1/100s. They look. I guess mine's on
Oh
it.
my gosh, look at that.
Yeah, the booster pack. That one's cool.
There's Shinos. Shinos.
Which one?
Shinos? Isn't that
No,
Shinos?
that's McGillis.
No, this one's Shinos.
No, but that
Pink
yeah,
one.
pink one's McGillis.
No, I thought the pink one was Shinos.
End of season 1.
Which one's Shinos?
Shino had the Ryusei Go, and he had the
This was pink.
he had the Floros.
His was pink. I know that.
Yeah.
Here it is. Here it is.
No, yeah, it's the Ryusei Go.
Look at the price.
Yeah, dude, they're cheap here.
I'm buying
You
this.
wonder why I get
Is
these
this a
things.
good one?
The G selves are like all of these kits are super. Wow, that's not that cheap.
Like, dude, $9. I have that in coins.
I really want a 160 scale Exia. Oh, that's gonna kill me.